I'm David Miles, and my practice is the drawing board, and right now it's multi-generational with Peter. We started in 1991, and I've done projects in Maryland, West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Florida. It's a diverse practice. What I like about being an architect is everything's different every day. You never know what project's going to come in. You never know what new people you're going to meet. We try to get what they want out of their dreams, their goals, their visions on whatever projects they're working on. And my goal is to help them get that out into a 3D vision of how they want to live. Like we had a client that couldn't decide if she wanted cathedral ceilings or a flat ceiling. And she got to see what it would look like when it was actually built. And then she picked out the cathedral ceilings because she thought it looked so much better.
So that's what we really like about being able to create these 3D renderings and 3D models, is it allows us to more effectively communicate what we're doing to the client. We'll kind of make a very rough 3D massing of the building, and it doesn't include materials, and it doesn't always even include windows or things like that. It's just the box and the angled roofs and the things that form the buildings. Once you put that in place, people can then see this mass of their home that's kind of an abstract version of the home they live in. Then we can start to put on, in the same type of massing without much detail, we can start to add on different things. So we can show them a floor plan and then say, well, you know, this is your floor plan, and these are the spaces, and here they are in three-dimensional space, and this is how it relates to the existing home and all of the things that you have. We then start to move forward and add more details and develop things as we go along.
It's a whole lot faster in getting our ideas across to the client, and it's way more efficient. It's brought it to the masses. I mean, you can have a rendering of your house for relatively, inexpensive compared to what it used to cost, and it will look just like the house that you build in 6 months.
Because the client is able to understand a design more thoroughly and more quickly. And when that happens, they're more comfortable and feel more confident in decisions that they might make and saying, well, yes, I do like this, or no, I don't like that.
We did a project at the mall with Floyd's Barbershop, and we got a 3D model of what it looks like on the outside, and they picked the colors based upon the model, and we have a photo of it later, which matches. You can barely tell the difference.
So a lot of times you have orthographic projections, like elevations, being pushed into service to go before an HOA board to approve the new front of this home. But of course, that's not really what it looks like, because the point of an orthographic projection isn't to tell you what the home will look like in reality, it's to tell you how you can build the home.
We had a client in the overlay district in Eastport. But as soon as you got it in the 3D, and we sent him that 3D model for him to get approved with his homeowners association, it went flying through. He was saying, oh, okay, this is great.
This is what people are looking for when they choose to move to a location, is they're really trying to buy into a certain lifestyle, because people aren't coming to an architect or to a contractor to get a house. They're coming there to get a home, with all of the meanings and implications of that word. We have one client where they had a home, and they had a fairly big piece of property in Davidsonville, and they wanted to add a 2 or 3 car garage next to their home. You could tell that he worked on his cars and he really liked his cars. So did this model, and then I went to 3D Warehouse and I found his car in the right color and put it in the driveway. When you're able to do something that lets the client know that you were paying attention, it helps him to picture what could be there and how it would look. And it also tells him that, well, they noticed my car, they figured out I liked them, and then they put in the model, so they're listening to me. So I think when you can make someone excited about something, and you can help someone to understand something better, and people can show what you're doing, and they can share it with their friends and family, and people react well, and they say, oh, that's really cool, it just makes them more comfortable and more confident with the process and where this whole project is going.
It's cheaper than having to change out your cabinets, for instance, if you didn't like the colors or the countertops or whatever later, because drawing is cheaper than real life. This whole process leads to people being more happy with their project at the end, because they can see it before it's built.